That first video, that's the CyberTruck parked right in front of the doors. Can you play that again, Carlos?
That's very, very scary, honestly. That's a Tesla Cybertruck exploding at the Trump Tower, which could be linked to the New Orleans terror. Elon Musk has suggested that this Tesla Cybertruck was a terror attack. This is what happened at Trump Tower. A Tesla Cybertruck exploding in front of it and making many, many, many people injured. Authorities are investigating a possible link between the Cybertruck that exploded outside of Trump Tower in Las Vegas and the terror attack in New Orleans. The driver died and 7 others were injured after the electric vehicle blew up at the entrance of the Luxury Hotel in Nevada. Honestly, this is what happens when you let terrorists into the country. This is the New Orleans attacks, moments before it plowed through pedestrians. As you can see, pedestrians narrowly avoiding getting plowed over during this rampage to the French Quarter in New Orleans. This is horrifying, completely horrifying. And MTG Marjorie saying that the New Orleans terrorist attacker is said to have come across the border in Eagle Pass 2 days ago. Shut the border down. Who did our government bomb lately that is taking out on innocent Americans? I agree. This is very scary that all of these terrorists are allowed to launch attacks on American soil like this, one after the other on New Year's Eve. This is scary. Authorities believe that the Cybertruck explosion at Trump's hotel in Vegas was caused by the explosive via a detonation system controlled by the driver. Let's hear exactly the latest news on the subject.
And/or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. So he was clear to say that this was not an issue with the Cybertruck. And the sheriff also earlier said that they are checking for secondary devices. They're investigating many different leads, but he was clear to say that there does not appear to be any further threat to the Las Vegas community. That source also revealed what was inside the truck, explosives that included fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel, and authorities believe that that was connected to a detonation system controlled by the driver. We're also hearing this same sentiment from Elon Musk, who tweeted out that they have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and/or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. So he was clear to say that this was not an issue with the Cybertruck. And the sheriff also earlier.
This is definitely not an issue with the Cybertruck. It is obviously a terror attack. And the driver has been identified. The driver of the truck in front of the Trump Tower in Las Vegas is Matthew Levelsberger, 37. Let's hear what people say about this.
Multiple law enforcement sources confirmed to News 5 that a Colorado Springs man was the driver of a Cybertruck that exploded in front of the Trump International Hotel this morning in Las Vegas. They say 37-year-old Matthew Levelsberger died inside the vehicle. El Paso County records show that Levelsberger has several addresses in our area, and they're now the focus of a federal investigation. FBI agents are at one of his addresses on the east side of the city. That's where we find News 5's Maggie Bryan, who's been there for hours. Maggie, what are you seeing?
Megan, this is about all we can see of this scene right now. I'll step out of the way. You can see some of those flashing lights behind me. Those are coming from a few law enforcement vehicles blocking off the entrance to this townhome complex. Now, this is near Stetson Hills Boulevard and Mark Shuffle Road on the east side of Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs police confirmed to us that FBI agents are here investigating this home. We have learned that Levelsberger is connected to this townhome. Senior law enforcement officials say he lived in Colorado Springs and was the driver of the Cybertruck. Our team has seen agents out here since about 7:30 this evening. We've also been back and forth to the Stetson Hills Police substation about 3 miles down the road, where we've seen a few armored vehicles in the parking lot there. We'll be out here talking with law enforcement and trying to get any more information we can tonight.
And let's hear the latest news from the officials.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Kevin McMahill. I'm the sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm here to give you really a brief update on what occurred on Las Vegas Boulevard this morning. As you know, we just had our New Year's Eve event where we successfully protected the city, where over 400,000 people were here last night. And that changed this morning at about 8:40 when a 2024 Tesla CyberTruck pulled into the area of valet of the Trump International Hotel. Very quickly thereafter that, the driver, who was the sole occupant of the truck, we saw what looked like maybe some sort of smoke, and then the truck exploded. Smoke was coming from inside of the truck after we noticed the flash and the explosion, and I'm going to show you that first video. That's the CyberTruck parked right in front of the doors. Can you play that again, Carlos? So the individual that was in that truck is obviously deceased, still in the truck as we speak here today. Our fire department folks, Engine 12, a number of others, you'll hear from one of the fire chiefs here in just a moment, arrived very quickly along with my officers. And obviously we knew that we had a much larger event than just a vehicle fire. And so there's going to be a drone video that plays to my left again. You'll see as the fire initially, they covered it with the tarp to try to get it to go out. Once the fire went out through the suppression efforts of the fire department, you'll see some of the evidence in the back of the vehicle. So those are gasoline canisters. They are camp fuel canisters and large firework mortars. What I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a CyberTruck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet, because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were.
Yeah. So it was a great job on Cybertruck's part, on Tesla's part, to make a truck that is that much resistance to explosions, to collisions, etc. So this truck is very, very resistant. So that's why there wasn't that many casualties. As you can see, 7 people were injured and the driver died. So this could have been much, much worse if it was another vehicle. Of course, as you can see, the vehicle is pretty much still intact after that big of an explosion, because this is a very, very resistant vehicles. But this is exactly what happened when you have an administration that lets anybody into the country just like that. They can just go into the country, rent a vehicle right there, just as a CyberTruck, load it with explosive, and then drive it right up in front of people and then set it on fire. This is very sad to see that people are allowing this to happen. This came after 15 people were killed in New Orleans when a US Army veteran drove a pickup truck through crowds celebrating the new year in the city's front culture yesterday. Just like that. This is what happened in New Orleans. On New Year's Eve, a driver plowing through the crowd with a truck and making a lot of casualties. And this is exactly what happened in Vegas just a couple hours later. a huge explosion in the Cybertruck. Honestly, how are people allowing this to happen? This is not normal at all. There should be security on the border. There should not be companies that allows people to rent vehicle and fill it with explosives and then driving it in front of people. That should be background checks, honestly. On everybody that try to rent a vehicle, there should be background checks on everybody that goes through the border. It should not be open just like it is right now. Hopefully it will get fixed in the future. The sheriff, Kevin McHale, said authorities know who rented the truck with the Toro car sharing app in Colorado, but are not releasing the name until investigators determine if it is the same person who died. The Turo car sharing app was also used by the New Orleans terrorist, identified by the FBI. How can this Turo car sharing company allow anybody without any check of ID or who they are, where they came from, what they want to do with the vehicle, to rent their car just like that and do whatever they want with the car, such as driving through New Orleans and killing thousands of people, 15 people killed in New Orleans. This is very scary, honestly. Very, very scary stuff. We are tracking the explosion of a Cybertruck outside of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there is any possible connection in the New Orleans attack. Well, both are attacks from ISIS terrorists. And they both wanted Americans to suffer, obviously, after Trump probably said that he will end ISIS, he will end terrorists, he will end Hamas, and he wants the hostages to be released. People are not happy with this at all. Elon Musk said, the richest person and Tesla CEO, that we have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck, and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. So of course he doesn't want Tesla or the Cybertruck to be at fault right there. It is obviously a terrorist attack and the truck was loaded with explosive. It's good that the Cybertruck is that resistant to explosion and firearms and fireworks, so that the explosion would go up and not to the side into the hotel where people are staying. This is what Eric Trump said on social media. Earlier today, a reported electric vehicle fire occurred in the port cochere of Trump Las Vegas. The safety and well-being of our guests and staff remain our top priority. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Las Vegas Fire Department and local law enforcement for their swift response and professionalism. Yep, they did a great job, honestly. Well, this is very sad to see, honestly. Hopefully, the situation will get better. Hopefully, the border will get closed soon and not let any terrorists into the country ever again. Hopefully, there's security checks everywhere. Hopefully, the war on ISIS will end with the defeat of ISIS and its terrible ideology. Thanks for watching and staying with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Click right there to watch the next video, and I will see you there. Bye bye.